mountains held the morning, where gold first touched the sky. No wing remained upon my shoulders, only questions learn to fly. The air was warm with smoke and saffron. The rivers carried prayer. Lanterns moved like little heavens across the evening air. I watched the sunrise, red and holy, all the roofs of clay and jade. And every color called me closer to the world that I betrayed. We crossed the veil to taste the earth, but earth became our chain. We lost the fire above our names and kept the endless pain. I listened for the voice of God in silence, stone and rain, but every answer I uncovered only asked again. I learned the weight of knowing, the burden in the light. Every truth I held too closely turned to shadow in the night. I learned the shape of longing, the distance in the flame. Every path that led to heaven led me back through human names. Silk and thunder, dust and bloom, lotus waking from the gloom. Spice and color, moon and tide, 1,000 doors with none inside. I watched them kneel without certainty. I watched them rise without proof. I watched them lose what they loved most and still become the truth. They spoke of peace beside the river. They burned desire into ash. They named the self a passing shadow, yet held each other as they passed. I studied breath, I studied pain, the wheel that turns and turns again. I mapped their dreams, I counted stars, I searched for heaven through their scars. But wisdom is a mirror that does not let you hide. The more I saw in humanity, the less I knew of pride. The weight of knowing is not the answer found. It is hearing God in silence and still falling to the ground. The weight of knowing is the fire you cannot claim. It is seeing light in mortals and still envying the flame. I was endless, they were brief. I was certain, they believed. I was watching, they became. I was silence, they were named. Somewhere above the veil, there is a place I still remember. No hunger, no farewell, no seasons turning ember. But here beneath the changing sun, I saw beauty learn to die. leads to morning, and the mountains hold the light. I am still the one who questioned, but I no longer fear the night. Knowing was the door. Love was the key.